Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of Grand Theft Auto 6, and today we got some amazing leaks where it shows the minimum requirements for PC. So let's get rolling. So what's the status assessment about these things actually going on? The minimum requirements, people are actually blowing their heads like, will it be working on my PC? This is where the questions actually banging up on my comments, and there we go. One of the comments did ask me, which was lots shots, brother, I have an Asus, which is actually, will it these are the specifications, and will it be running GTA 6? And I have depression. People are actually pretty worried about whether the game will run on the PC or not. So this is what I'm gonna confirm, and yes, I'm gonna give you accurate results, and these are the actual minimum requirements for running GTA 6. Let's get rolling. So before we start, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I do make a lot of contents on Grand Theft Auto 6 and other open world games, so make sure to subscribe my channel for more contents about GTA 6, especially where we'll be covering up all the concepts, all the leaks, all the news, and all the fan mates. So make sure to subscribe, and let's get rolling once again. And yeah, there we go, guys. Before we start the video, I like to say something, that the state of the game is mostly likely in the polishing and debugging phase. In the clips, there are dates which is from 12th to 13th September. That is the very end of the date. As you can check, the name of the file exe is actually running on games_win64. These are the things which was actually mentioned. These are the really deep and detail, and let's actually go into the minimum specifications where the developers actually used. So these were the minimum specification of the PCs during the records. As you can see, you do not get a message showing up something like this: warning, this is running low on video memory, please close the other applications to reduce your graphic settings. This you might be showing up in multiple leaks where it says, but the graphics card which was used over there was something on GTX 780 Ti. It's a pretty old graphics cards, and can you believe these GTA 6 was actually made in that graphics card? Yes. So we are ignoring that message, and these were the actual specifications where the game was actually built. So you can see it's like a godlike CPU processor. Yes, the Threadripper. It's actually a pretty solid, like one of the most powerful processor. But let's ignore that and let's focus on the graphics cards. As you can see here, it starts from GTX 1080 and up to 3080 Ti. So all these things, and look at this in the between, even GTX Titan X as well, something which is even more low-end variant of graphics card. So let's keep all this aside and just take a screenshot or something, and let's move forward about what's the actual specifications which we calculated and we actually put up for Grand Theft Auto 6. So before we start, let's actually see the newest game of Rockstar Games, which is actually Red Dead Redemption 2. So as you can see, it's officially out on PC, and you might need a graphics card, something very low end like GTX 770. That's what we are talking about, and Radeon R9 or something better to run it. So your PC and your CPU might be having something around Core i5. So these are the minimum requirements for RDR2, and here is the actual screenshot. As you can see, the minimum and the recommended screenshot of the CPU speed, RAM, and video card, which was running pretty low, which just 8 GB is required, and these are the minimum specifications for Red Dead Redemption 2. So let's actually keep this aside and let's actually think about how much does Grand Theft Auto 6 actually need. So these were my conclusion, and as you can see, you need a minimum requirements we're talking about minimum. So here Ryzen 5 is minimum, and Intel Core i7. So these are the minimum GPU processors which you actually need, and the RAM is actually 16 GB RAM minimum you need. Every game, every open world game is actually coming up with that tight thing. And as you can see, video card is actually AMD Radeon, and which is RX 5700 and NVIDIA GeForce 1070 Ti. You're talking about minimum. So dedicated RAM should be around 8000 megabytes. Pixel shader 5.1, vertex shader 5.1. Let's keep those things aside. And operating system, of course, Windows 10 version, and the disk requirement is still in speculation, where everybody are talking about is around 200 GB. It might be even less than that. And let's actually talk about the recommended requirements is actually Ryzen 5, but 3600X and Intel i5, which is 10600K. So these are the actual CPU processors, which is actually my recommendation. And the RAM is of course 16 GB once again, which is actually pretty solid for open world gaming. And video card should be supposed Radeon RX 6800 XT and NVIDIA GeForce RTX. Of course, we need the juice and the ray tracing, which is where I speculated. It should be it has to be 2080. RTX 2080. It might be the best recommended processor. I mean, the graphics are even more. It will be best always. So actually, the video RAM is supposed to be in 8000 megabytes, and Windows 10 or 11 with updated. So these were the actually things you actually keep in mind. So maybe before you get Grand Theft Auto 6 coming, make sure to have all these requirements. And if you have lower than this, don't worry, it actually runs, but it does not give you pretty solid graphics. That's what people are actually worried about. Will it run on 660 Ti or 660, which many are still the low end, what I'm talking about, where you might be able to play 1080 or 720 in 60 frames per second. But the thing is, you can actually play. These are from Rockstar, and you can see even Red Dead Redemption 2 was working pretty solid even though. So Rage Engine might do us a favor here to actually give us a pretty good, neat, clean finish for even the lowest budget of the PCs over there. That's how actually GTA even won. As you can see, even in the low-end versions, low-end variants, actually GTA 5 was running pretty good, and that's why their market was actually solid. So they are focused on the minimum requirements, and so that many fans could actually catch over the game. So these were the things which you actually need. Hope you completely understand how much it's required. So the days was actually from March to September. All these things were actually developed under that, and we got the record where it shows the PC's requirements when the Rockstar developers were actually creating. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you got the proper content and the informations you all needed. If you missed out my previous video, which was about Grand Theft Auto 6 officially announced, and it has to be after Halloween. So that's my point over here and my bet as well. And another video, GTA 6 new hot features to Jason and Lucia has been leaked, so make sure to watch that. And you won't be believing what these guys actually added for the actual main protagonist, and that's actually a bummer, and it's actually more realistic as possible they're trying to make. So we do understand that. So make sure to watch those two videos, hit the like button on this video, and do subscribe. Once again, I'm gonna tell you, please subscribe my channel for more content, and it will be helping me reach you guys as well. So goodbye.